When we say interest is tailor-made, we mean that there are things personally on your profile that are being considered. Unfortunately, interest always favors white people first, and we are always at the disadvantage as now black people. With that being said, in your profile, as much as you're already disadvantaged, they disadvantage you further with certain things. For an example, if you go for an insurance, you will see that they will ask you, where do you stay? The more the place is deemed to be dangerous or unsavory, the higher your insurance will cost. This is the same thing with interest, by the way. Your address matters a lot when you're taking out a loan. Your address matters a lot when you're buying something on credit, because that is one of the first things that is being looked at. There are other things like your marital status as well, your education level as well. I know some people might be thinking, what does the educational level have to do with the interest? Now, the reason why you even have a space to fill it out, have you ever asked yourself, if you've ever taken a loan or something on credit, why would they want to know what is your highest education if you can afford something? They're supposed to only be looking at affordability. But no, if you are regarded to only have matric or just a certificate that is deemed by that certain institution below their standard. Now, this does not mean you don't have value. It means this institution views you as this, right? You are not employable, or the chances of you being employable are lower than a person who has a degree or a person who has a diploma. So this means if you should lose your job at some point, it is going to take you a longer time to get another job. Therefore, your interest is going to get higher because they need to recover their money faster. You understand? So they basically plan for things, worst case scenarios that might not even happen, and that ends up disadvantaging you. If you stay in a place that the institution deems as dangerous, your interest is going to be higher than a person who stays in a suburb, because you are deemed as a risk, meaning something could happen to you while you are on your way to home or to work, and then you might maybe be disabled and not be able to work. Therefore, you are not going to be able to pay the bank back. But that is why there's also insurance as well. Your disability cover, they offer you that sometimes outside of the actual loan, where you will take that disability loan in case something happens to you. There are other aspects as well that play a huge factor. Now, it is important to understand that it is your right to shop around when it comes to interest. You must understand that there's always an institution that is going to give you a better interest. Some of us get very desperate when you just get approved by whatever bank. When you want something, that's the first thing you take. But it is important that you actually look out for that interest. Also, another thing that can lower your interest significantly is paying directly into that loan. Let's